an investigation of the American consulate attack in Benghazi cites leadership and management deficiencies at high levels of the U.S. State Department. Now, this is an independent review. It says those deficiencies, coupled with systemic failures, resulted in grossly inadequate security at that diplomatic mission in Benghazi. Remember, that's not the embassy, it was a consulate. The newly released report also says there was no protest prior to the attack that killed U.S. Ambassador Christopher Stevens and 3 other Americans.
Ambassador J. Christopher Stevens died in the attack, along with 3 others. Officials initially said it was sparked by protests against an anti-Muslim video, but it was later linked to al-Qaeda affiliates.
An investigation has concluded systemic operational failures at the U.S. State Department helped make the attack possible. Investigators found security was grossly lacking, leaving the consulate vulnerable to attack. But they confirmed the Obama administration's claim that it had had no intelligence predicting any attack was imminent. The report also blamed the new Libyan government for its profoundly lacking response to the attack. The panel's chairman and vice chairman will brief members of Congress behind closed doors on Wednesday. In a letter submitted to members of Congress, Secretary Hillary Clinton accepted the report's criticisms and took responsibility for them. It's not the first time Clinton has done so, but that may not mollify congressional Republicans who suspect the administration was trying to conceal a terrorist attack from the public.
Well, according to the report, there were management deficiencies at senior levels within 2 bureaus of the State Department. This is according to an unclassified version of that report that is available on the State Department website. It also says no single individual was at fault, no names are named in the report, and it doesn't recommend any disciplinary action. Of course, who we're all thinking about is Hillary Clinton, the Secretary of State. She has accepted the report, and of course a lot of people will suggest, well, the buck stops with her. She is still the head of the State Department, but not for much longer. We are expecting changes at the head of that department, possibly as early as the end of this week. Hillary Clinton has indicated she doesn't want to stay on as Secretary of State in a second Obama administration.
Brian, tonight this independent review convened by Hillary Clinton on the terror attack that killed U.S. Ambassador Chris Stevens, 3 other Americans in Benghazi, Libya, is sharply critical of the State Department for, quote, systematic failures and grossly inadequate security to deal with the attack. Despite repeated requests for help from the mission, which relied on untested local militias in Libya rather than seasoned security personnel. In response tonight, Hillary Clinton told Congress she has accepted the recommendations and has already started upgrading security at high-threat posts.
The murder of Ambassador Christopher Stevens and 3 other Americans prompted 3 months of political finger-pointing and recrimination in Washington as people asked how on earth this could have happened. And this report has tried to answer that question. It's quite clear that the security arrangements at the American mission in Benghazi were completely inadequate, and it tries to explain why that was the case. There were requests by the mission in Benghazi, by the American embassy in Tripoli, for more security staff, better protection. Those requests were not heeded and followed through by the State Department, and it is the State Department that comes in for considerable criticism in this report. It talks about systemic management failures, a lack of leadership, and that's where I think a lot of the responsibility lies for the decision not to beef up security at that mission when the ambassador went to visit.